Hello guys. In recent weeks, there's been growing curiosity among investors and electric vehicle enthusiasts alike about what's really going on behind NIO's delivery numbers. Sure, we saw the company registered just over 6K vehicles last week, but that's only part of the picture. The bigger story isn't how many cars NIO delivered, but how many people are placing orders right now. As more insurance registration data becomes public, it's becoming clear that the demand for NIO, especially its new ONVO models, is rising much faster than expected. So in today's video, we're going to break down the real numbers behind the scenes. How many weekly orders is NIO actually receiving? How does this impact upcoming deliveries in Q3 and Q4? And could this be the beginning of a massive shift that propels NIO toward profitability by the end of the year? Let's dig in and find out. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. So here's where things get very interesting. Even though the previous week's insurance registration data showed that NIO only managed to deliver 6,089 vehicles, there is a much more promising number hiding behind the scenes. Recent reports from local Chinese auto community forums suggest that NIO has received more than 10K new orders in that same week. Yes, over 10K orders in just 7 days. But before we jump to conclusions, it's important to clarify these 10K orders are not all going to be fulfilled in the same month. In fact, the majority of these newly placed orders are likely destined for delivery in September or even October. This is especially true for NIO's recently launched ONVO L90 model, which has become a hot commodity almost instantly after launch. ONVO L90's popularity is skyrocketing. Reports indicate that it alone has garnered tens of thousands of pre-orders. Based on current delivery capacity and factory schedules, it's fair to expect that most of these orders will be processed and delivered over the next few months. This bodes well for NIO's delivery numbers moving into the final quarter of the year. What's also worth noting is that these 10K orders came in during just the first full week of August. We're not even accounting for the rest of the month yet. The second, third, and fourth weeks of August could potentially bring even higher order volumes, especially as momentum builds and word of mouth spreads. Looking forward, if NIO manages to sustain this current pace of around 10K new orders per week, it sets the stage for a huge Q4. If we simply multiply that by 4 weeks per month, that would suggest about 40K orders monthly. Add in the backlog from August and earlier, and 50K deliveries in a single month during Q4 becomes not just a possibility but a realistic target. In fact, some estimates suggest that ONVO L90 alone already has more than 60K logged orders. That's an enormous pipeline for just one model. And since many of these vehicles still need to be delivered in the coming months, the pressure is on NIO to ramp up production, streamline logistics, and maximize output. But ONVO L90 is just one part of NIO's evolving story. There's also the upcoming NIO ES8, now built on the NT 3.0 platform. This SUV has historically done well, with previous sales peaks around 2,800 units. However, with all the buzz surrounding the improved version, expectations are higher this time around. Many believe the refreshed ES8 could easily break the 3K unit monthly mark. Another model to keep an eye on is the ONVO L80, which is positioned between the L60 and L90 in terms of pricing. This middle ground pricing could attract a wide range of customers, particularly those looking for premium features without the full premium price tag of the L90. And if the L90's order volumes are anything to go by, the L80 might see similar demand, potentially adding another 60K plus orders to NIO's backlog. If everything goes according to plan, NIO might not just meet its previous delivery targets, it could actually surpass them. Deliveries in the range of 60K units per month might soon become achievable. However, this doesn't come without challenges. The biggest constraint: logistics and supply chain. While NIO has been operating some of its factories, especially the F1 facility, on a 24-hour basis to meet the soaring demand for ONVO L90, that alone might not be enough. Trucks are needed to constantly move finished vehicles out of the factory, and any bottleneck in that process can slow down deliveries significantly. If the current logistics system can't scale with production, then even with thousands of cars ready, deliveries may still lag. To truly scale beyond 60K units per month, potentially reaching 70K in the future, NIO needs to optimize both production and logistics. That means more trucks, more coordinated delivery networks, and more precision in factory-to-customer timelines. The reality is, if NIO wants to regularly deliver over 10K cars per week or aim for 15K, then both manufacturing and the supply chain must evolve quickly. Otherwise, it's like trying to pour water into a bottle with a narrow neck. Most of the flow gets restricted despite having ample volume. But the good news? NIO seems to be aware of these challenges and is actively preparing. The infrastructure is being scaled, planning is underway, and more importantly, the company understands that Q4 is now or never. This is the quarter where NIO must turn the corner and achieve profitability. This is the time to double down on output, double deliveries, and push through every obstacle that stands between the factory floor and the customer's driveway. And here's another encouraging sign: the ONVO L90 currently has a wait time of 8 to 10 weeks. This means that even new customers placing orders today will have to wait over 2 months to receive their vehicles. While some might see this as a delivery issue, it's actually a strong indicator of demand exceeding supply. It's a high-quality problem, and one that, when managed properly, signals a strong runway for sustained growth. To sum it all up, NIO might have only delivered 6,089 vehicles last week, but the bigger story lies in the order book. With over 10K fresh orders coming in during just the first week of August, the ONVO L90 proving to be a breakout success, and new models like the ES8 and L80 on the way, the future looks increasingly bright. However, sustaining this momentum will require more than just strong demand. Logistics must be strengthened, factories must operate at full capacity, and customer experience must remain smooth and timely. If NIO can align all these moving parts in Q4, profitability is no longer a distant dream, it becomes an achievable reality. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.